People, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge T58, here to give you the latest Chelsea transfer news. Here we go. Let's start off some of the main major news, and that is in regards to Lewis Hall. So Lewis Hall is set to complete his loan move to Crystal Palace in the next 48 hours, and apparently Crystal Palace have brought him specifically to be competition for Mitchell in the left back position. So clearly it seems like, as I said to you guys before, the club possibly see him, and Crystal Palace also see him as a better left back than he is in the midfield, which is his primary position, and that's where they're targeting to use Lewis Hall as well. And you know, from what we've seen at Chelsea the last 2 seasons, when he's played from time to time, he's very good in the left back position, particularly going forward. Maybe less so defensively, but then he's going to Crystal Palace under Roy Hodgson, so you'll probably be able to learn that defensive side a lot more better, in my opinion. So, you know, at the end of the day, we can all wish Lewis Hall good luck, and hopefully he does well at his loan move at Crystal Palace. Again, a very good mid-table club team. Got Eze, possibly going to be losing Olise to us now, so you never know, man. It's going to be interesting to see at the very least, indeed. Now, let's move on to the next topic, which is on the Chelsea shirt sponsor. So, you saw it in my thumbnail over here, over there, with the shirt sponsor, but it looks like Chelsea have secured a £50 million deal with Infinite Athletic, which is the shirt sponsor for Chelsea Football Club, and that's set to be happening pending the Premier League confirmation of that. So, as you guys knew, Chelsea were looking for around about £40 million, because that was what the 3 deal was with Chelsea at the time. And now they've obviously been waiting a lot more patiently, looked around the market. Obviously, we had a Paramount Plus deal that we were about to bring in, but clearly, you know, the Premier League said no because of some stupid thing about Sky and BT might be angry. Oh, sorry, not BT anymore, TNT Sports, you know what I'm saying, being angry anymore. So now they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying, oh, you can't have Paramount Plus because there could be, you know, market factors, you know what I'm saying, that stupid nonsense. So as such, Chelsea have now been able to get a deal with Infinite Athletic, and here we go. It's pretty much just obviously barring the Premier League saying yes, but it's actually a good thing at the end of the day, in my opinion, because now you're looking at a situation where, you know, Chelsea have got £50 million, 10 million more than what they want. Obviously, we don't know if the deal is like only a 1 year deal or is it going to be a multi-year deal. We are yet to see on that one, so we'll see. But £50 million. Hey man, particularly the fact we're not UCL as well this season is a great and brilliant deal at the end of the day. So shout out to whoever the chief executive is at Chelsea Football Club right now doing the deals. They've done a great, amazing job in there financially speaking. Now let's move on to David Washington. So as you guys know, it's been reported 2 to 3 days ago, I think actually on the Friday, that Chelsea were almost close to agreeing a deal with Santos for David Washington David Washington, and apparently, you know, obviously there's rumours that Monaco from Santa J FM saying that they might be coming in to, you know, to have, and they have the rights to first refusal on David Washington, but clearly that has not happened, and now it's a here we go from Fabrizio Romano in regards to David Washington, and he is looking like to be a straight loan to Strasbourg. As I said to you guys before, it seems that the El Yawahi deal clearly is off, because this is the alternative from what it seems like, because of the fact of how high Montpellier are rating El Yawahi at around about 40 million euros. I don't think Chelsea Football Club want to go there. Instead, they found another gem from the Brazilian league and brought him here. And David Washington won't be alone from Santos, because he's going to be getting his ex-Santos teammate Angelo Gabriel, who has also been officially announced to be on loan this season to Strasbourg as well. So it was a really great announcement video that he had as well, and you know, you can clearly see there was this thing of like him playing in a park in the concrete floor, and then they just showed a picture of him obviously holding a book, and then it's pretty cool, man. It was a very good promotional video at the end of the day for Angelo Gabriel. So all I can say for Angelo Gabriel, man, wishing him the best. Hopefully you and your boy David Washington are cooking something up for us at Strasbourg, and you know, you're cooking, and I look forward to watching you guys week in, week out, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, them are saying Strasbourg FC might be in the UEFA, might be in the Champions League before us. So you never know, man. You never know about that one, indeed. Now let's move on to the next topic, and it's a topic that I spoke about yesterday, which is actually one of my main headers, and which was on Nkunku and the possibility of him basically being out for a couple of months, because it was reported by Chelsea source and Alex Goldberg that he's going to be possibly out for a couple of months. But it's been reported today by Chelsea Football Club that he's actually had to have surgery on his meniscus, and that he's going to be out for 16 weeks. Yep, you heard it right, 16 months, so 16 weeks. So he's going to be out until December. So he's basically going to be missing at least a good 40% of the season right now with that injury. So, hey man, it's obviously not ideal. It's not the thing that we were hoping for to happen, but it's sadly official now. He's going to be missing a lot of games at the end of the day, and if you're Chelsea's football club, you have to bring in a starting number 10. You have to bring in now a starting number 10, in my opinion. Obviously, you know, if you want to also go for Elise, that's fine by me. Go for Elise, but you know he's not going to be available until October. But you also have to bring in another guy who's going to be starting and available number 10 for you as well, because you don't have any more 10s. Otherwise, you're probably going to have to change the formation to a 4-3-3. You're going to have your boy, your boy, hopefully if he comes in, Caicedo in the sixth position. You then have Enzo in the 8, and then Chukwuemeka, if you're probably going to play him in that 8 position, and Gallagher as well in that 8 position as well. So, listen, Nkunku, bro, we wish you nothing but the best. Obviously, not the ideal start, not the great start, but you know, this is Chelsea Football Club for you. We lose players like we losing players like we're losing money, I'm afraid. So it's not easy, bro. It's not easy at all. But and then the day, Nkunku, speedy recovery, and we hope to see you soon. And obviously, you know, you heard me talk about Elise, so let's continue on with some of the major Elise news. So it's been reported today by Ed Aarons of The Guardian that Elise has a release clause of just over £35 million apparently, and he actually has the right of refusal. So if someone breaks the release clause, he has the right to say yes or no to them. So which is actually a pretty big deal in my opinion, because it means that obviously as long as we agree personal terms with him and the release clause is met, Crystal Palace have no choice but to accept the release clause for him. And it's been reported that, you know, he's recovering very well from his hamstring injury as well, which is always a good thing, you know, to see the fact that he's recovering well from his hamstring and has started to train again. So obviously it's a good thing about that indeed. Obviously he's going to still be back in October, so it's up to the football club if they want to be moving on Elise or not. So at the end of the day, man, we will see on that one as well. And finally, we're going to be talking about some major news in regards to sanctions and stuff. Apparently, the Premier League is looking into Chelsea's finances, particularly in the Roman Abramovich era, particularly to those payments that have been made to offshore companies as well. So apparently there's some sort of dodgy stuff that's been happening. As you guys know, Chelsea have been like self-snitched essentially, revealed like this, and these are some stuff that's been in the books before we came in, and in the Abramovich era, you can have a look. Obviously UEFA fined them a certain amount of money, which I think was around about 10 million euros. Obviously the Premier League are now looking into that as well. There's like specific payments that are being looked at, such as payments to Andreas Christensen's dad in 2012 when we tried to sign him. I would assume that's when it would happen. And listen, man, at the end of the day, Chelsea already have a £100 million kitty already prepared for situations like this, which was the case when we bought the club. When I should say Bowley and Egbali bought the club, they already had £100 million set aside in case for any sanctions or any fines taking place. So this is clearly looking like something that the club has been expecting, and the fact they've already self-snitched only proves that they're trying to be as open and as apparent as possible. So again, I wouldn't be too worried about that. I wouldn't be surprised if the club get a hefty fine at the end of the day, but as long as the club knows and understands what they have to do, that is fine by me, 110%. And before we talk about the shirt numbers, I'm going to finally talk about some breaking news that just came out while in the moment of recording, and that is on our boy Ian Maatsen. Apparently West Ham are interested in the loan of an option to buy for Ian Maatsen, and apparently there's Chelsea, the exit door's not necessarily closed for Maatsen, but Pochettino rates him very highly. And listen guys, I'm going to be extremely honest, we need to keep Maatsen. There's no ifs, buts or maybes, we have to keep this guy. He's a top talent, I like what he's been doing, he looks ready, he looks good enough, and if Pochettino wants to keep him, let us keep him. And in my opinion, I like the player as well, we should be keeping him too. He's got the talent, he's got the ability, he's got everything, man. We should keep him too and let him develop under Pochettino. Simple as that, bro. I don't, there's no if, buts or maybes for me when it comes to that at all. And let's move on to the shirt numbers. So obviously today was the media day for Chelsea's Football Club, and they were releasing the numbers and everything in regards to what numbers players were and what numbers players weren't were. So let me just go and give you a quick rundown on them. So we've got Kepa was number 1, Axel Disasi number 2, Marco Correa is number 3, Bernard Badiashile is 5, Thiago Silva obviously is number 6, Raheem Sterling has been given the number 77 instead of wearing number 17 now. Enzo's gone from 5 to 8, and so he's now number 8. Mikhailo Mudryk has been given the number 10 from Pulisic. Obviously he had the number 15 previously. Noni Madueke has got the 11 now. Bettinelli's got the 13 as usual. Chalobah is still on number 14. Nicholas Jackson has been given the number 15 number, Drogba's old number. Ugo Chukwu has been given number 16. Carney's on number 17 now. Nkunku had the 18. Broha is on the number 19 now. Andre Santos 20. Ben Chilwell's back into his 21. Gallagher's 23 as usual. Reece James 24. Levi Cole has been given the John Terry number of 26 now. Malo Gusto is on 27. Ian Matson 29. Robert Sanchez is on 31. Fafana 33. Burstow 37. Bergstrom is 47 too. And that's pretty much it. So those are the numbers for the squad. Obviously, I had to do a little. I had to obviously read them at the same time. I'll explain it to you guys as well. But that is the video, guys. Please make sure again to like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Target of 390. Target of 390 subscribers. And as I always say, make sure to tune in for tomorrow 7 p.m. Chelsea predictions. Obviously where we're gonna finish in the table. Players to watch. Who I think will have the best. Who I think will have the best season. Who I don't think will have the best season. And who are we going to be able to make top 4? Do you find, and that's stuff you're going to be able to find out tomorrow. Do I think that Chelsea will make top 4? Yes or no? So that's the video, guys. And as always, please stay blue.